So, this is the final game of June 18, 2016 for the Tenacious Baseball League version 2.0, the 2016 season. My name is Earl, and as we've done here for the last couple of years, we're going to play out a game between two of the teams in my 10-team league that was randomly chosen, the 10 teams. The teams are Baltimore, Detroit, Los Angeles Angels, Miami, the New York Yankees, the New York Mets, Oakland, Pittsburgh, San Diego, and Toronto. And the theory behind this was to try and pick 10 teams, play out a 54-game schedule, which is a 1/3. So we've got 1/3 of the teams, 1/3 of the schedule. And, you know, if it were random, the hope was that we would see some interesting results, but mostly everything would kind of like turn up pretty close to the way it would actually be. But it would also allow for some interesting matchups. A team that played in a tough division, maybe and finished 3rd or 4th, maybe they would have a chance to succeed in a league where they were playing something more, well, just with a different distribution of power. But anyway, so that's kind of an introduction to the league. This is Toronto and Pittsburgh. Toronto is turning up in this league, 26-18. So we are around 44 out of 54 games. We're getting towards the end of the road. This is game 223. So we've got 47, 48 games left here. So Pittsburgh has dominated the season series so far, 4-1. But Toronto got the most recent game, taking a 4-3 final from the Pirates at PNC Park. We will see which team is successful here today. As someone who is from the first state, Delaware, it's kind of fun to be able to bring Chad Cool to the tabletop. He is a Delaware native, actually from about 15 minutes north of me. But he will be pitching for the Pirates, and we'll see him opening in the first inning here against the Toronto Blue Jays with this lineup. Michael Saunders in right. He will lead off this game. Melvin Upton Jr. will be in left. Then Josh Donaldson third base. Justin Smoke at first. Russell Martin will be the catcher. Darwin Barney at short. Kevin Pillar in center. We're going to bat Liriano 8th, and then Devin Travis, the second baseman, will be 9th. Francisco Liriano pitching for the Blue Jays tonight. Just to cover the Pirates right off the bat here, their lineup will be Starling Marte leading off, with Josh Harrison batting second and playing second. David Freese is the third baseman, and Josh Bell at first will bat cleanup. Andrew McCutcheon in center. Gregory Polanco in right. Eric Fryer behind the plate. Jordy Mercer, shortstop, and Chad Cool, the pitcher. Couple of notes. Edwin Encarnacion is getting this game off. It's kind of tough to manage both him and Justin Smoke in a league where we don't use the DH. So, as an American League team, they're one of the teams that may get a little bit of a hindrance here because one of their power bats has to be somewhat managed, whether it's Smoke or whether it's Encarnacion. And we've played Encarnacion for a couple games in a row here. We're going to give him a game. Also, Jose Bautista rolled on rest, so he also gets the day off. Let's get going with this game. Saunders leading off against Chad Cool. The final game of this series is split currently. Let's see who takes this final affair. Okay, Saunders with the 6-5. That's going to be a fly ball to left. Underneath it is Marte, and he will snag it, make the grab, 1 out. Upton Jr. now. And that's a 5-9. That's going to be hit on the ground to the left side. It'll be Jordy Mercer making the throw across and in time. 2 outs. Josh Donaldson. And that is a 1-5. And he is going to use a little patience there, and he's going to draw a walk. So he's going to get Be a 2-out base runner, bringing up Justin Smoke. Playing super advanced rules here, so we have to roll the D20 whenever there's somebody on base. They are holding Donaldson. 3-9 is a strikeout, and Liriano gets through, or Cool, excuse me. Cool gets through that top frame without any issues. So let's move on. And it's going to be Marte facing Liriano to begin the bottom of the first. That's a 3-4, and he's going to try and spear it down the first baseline. It's going to be grabbed by Justin Smoke, and he will take it to the bag himself and 1 out. Josh Harrison, that is going to be off of Liriano's card, and he hits it real hot right down the line, and it's going to be snagged by Donaldson. He throws to first in time. Now David Freese, 2-3, and that's going to be a 2-out single, so they get a 2-out base runner. They are holding Freese, even though he's not very speedy. And it brings up Josh Bell. Can Bell do some damage here with 2 outs? Ooh, and he gets a kick there on the last minute. That white die goes to 3. 3-4. Potential home run. It's going to be a double. Chance might get a chance to score 1 or 2 would be a homer. It's a 19. So a double for Bell. Freese getting the third. They are going to send him as maybe... I think you got to send him. So he is held to make it 8, but then it's 2 outs, so you go up to 10. And then it is a double to center. Pilar is a -1, so it's going to be a 45% chance. Not great. May still be better than McCutcheon. It's a close call, but going to give it a shot. 1-9, and it's 14 he's thrown out. So that's going to end the first. Great throw by Pilar to the cutoff man. Barney in to Martin, and he makes the play, and that's going to end the first. So tough call, but the call was made. So that's where we will end it here in the first. No score. Okay, Chad Cool back out to the mound. We saw him in the break glaring down his third base coach. He is like, why are you sending Freese? But it's a split-second decision, and Martin will lead off for the Blue Jays. That's a 3-11. That's a grounder right back to Cool. He's casually taking care of that with the catcher up there. He throws to first in time. Darwin Barney, it's a 5-10. So that's a ballpark single. Our first look at the ballpark numbers. It's a good day here at PNC Park. Beautiful weather. It's an evening game, though. 13s on the singles. 11 for lefty home runs and 5 for righty home runs. But this is going to be 1-13. And it's a 3, so a single for Barney off of the pitcher's card. Brings up Kevin Pilar. And again, we're going to be using Liriano in the 8 hole, so we've got him 1 shot closer. So Pilar with 1 out, 6-6 is going to be he's going to draw a walk. Probably going to give Liriano a chance to lay down the bunt here. Liriano, not the greatest of bunters, but kind of average. C, they're going to play with the infield in to make it a D. So D bunter. D and 3, that's going to be laid down very well. It's going to be the catcher having to come out and field that. And that is going to be the second out, but it's going to put runners at second and third. Barney at third, Pilar at second with Devin Travis, the leadoff, who's normally the leadoff hitter, but I moved him down to the bottom of the order for the last couple games. And it worked last game, so we stuck with it. And it is a 4-8 against a righty, and he strikes out. So big moment there for Cool. But he is a Cool customer, and he puts up a 0 here in the top of the second. So which now brings us to Andrew McCutchen. If he ends up finding a way to get a base hit here, the crowd will not be happy. 5, 9, and he strikes out. Liriano with his first fanning of the game. Gregory Polanco, that's a 1-7. That's got a chance to be a single. 1-10. Right down the line, even split, and it is a single. So third hit of the game. Liriano +2 and Martin +1. So Polanco with one out is definitely going to try to get his horse hitched up and trying to ride here. A 10 will not get the job done, though. He does not get a good lead, so he will stay put, even with a 12. Yeah, you know what? Because it would end up being 1-11. I think with 2 outs, we may revisit the idea of him stealing second. So here's Eric Fryer. Of course, if you steal second with Mercer up, then they may just walk Mercer to get to cool. So 4-7 righty. And he draws a walk, so that's going to get Polanco up to second base right off the bat. Now, we could try to get him another lead and see if we want to steal third. That's also that 1-11 chance. You add 3 for the, and then you subtract 4. So 3 for Liriano and Martin, their hold and arm respectively, and then you take away 4. That'd be a 1-11. Yeah, I'm tempted. Let's see if we can get him because it's going to be a double steal anyway with 1 out. Let's see, can he get a 2-5 on the ad? He does. He gets a 4, so he's got to go now. Okay, so it's a 1-11. Fryer's going to be going to second too, so they're going to throw to third. And it's thrown out. Caught stealing. Being aggressive. Fryer does end up at second, but that's the second out now. So, and now you got the dilemma. Do you walk Mercer or do you want to start with the pitcher next inning? I think they're going to just go ahead and pitch to Mercer. Liriano. Okay, so I just realized that there were rules off of this Pirates hitting team that where I looked at the wrong side of their card. I believe the one that's most glaring that comes to mind is Josh Bell. That should have been a single, but the fact that we threw out Freeze at home, I think, kind of balances that out. So I think right now we're in a pretty good spot where we've got a runner at second, 2 outs, and we will roll with Mercer here. We're gonna. I think I already rolled the D20, so let's just go with Mercer. 2 outs. They're gonna pitch to him. That's a 5-7 righty, and that's a strikeout. But we have had quite a few pitcher card checks, so that's another 0. So I think Pittsburgh has had the most of their checks been on the pitcher's card. So that was the one that really stood out to me that was definitely off the hitter card, and I'm just going to make sure I check. When you get where you're lefty and righty, it makes it tough because then you're kind of switching back and forth. But it'll be leading off for Toronto now in the third. No score. Saunders and a 2-10 against a righty grounder to second base, and Harrison throws to first in time. Meldon Upton Jr. 4-7 righty, and that's a strikeout. Cools third of the game. And sometimes there's thoughts about whether you would just wind it back. I just feel like over the course of the season, they kind of like out, and so we gave him an extra double. I don't think that's a real issue. Now, Donaldson with 2 outs, 1-6. He's got a chance at a single. Also, the other one that was there, was Polanco. His was a 1 to 10 single chance. It was 1 to 8 on the left-hand side of the card, and I think we still rolled a 7 if my recollection is correct. So I think we were still okay with that. So 1-6. That's a 1 to 8 single opportunity, and he is out. So liner to third, and Freeze makes the catch. So 1-2-3 inning there, bottom of the third, no score. And that brings up Cool. Pitcher's hitting card number 1. He hits from the right side. And that's a strikeout, so Liriano gets his third of the game as well. Brings up Starling Marte. Grounded to first to lead off the game. That's a 3-8. He strikes out. 4 now for Liriano. And now Josh Harrison. 0 for 1 and 5-10. That's a grounder to short, and Liriano gets him to ground to Barney, getting the start for Tulowitzki, who is off. So through 3, no score. Okay, Justin Smoke struck out to end the first, and that is going to be another strikeout. Actually, wait, 4-7. He's batting from the left side. He's a switch hitter, so that is going to be a walk. Looked like that pitch was good, but the umpire says it's on the just off the plate, and so Smoke reaches. We're gonna try and get Smoke a lead here. Oh boy, well that's a balk, and Cool doesn't have a balk rating, so we can't really. That means that he does not successfully get a lead, a good lead. So Russell Martin up for 10 righty. That's a fly ball to right. It's gonna be caught out there by Polanco. Smoke returns to the bag, and that's 1 out. Darwin Barney 1 for 1. It's a 6-9, which is going to be a fly into center field, caught by McCutcheon. And Smoke remains at first, 2 down. Kevin Pillar. And that's a 5-3. Grounder back to Cool. He's a 2E0, as long as it's not a 1 or a 2. And it's a 1. That's a single. Make sure there's no rear play. That's the only thing on the E0. But Smoke will get to second. And so first and second with 2 outs. Here's a little bit of a chance. It's going to be the pitcher Liriano up. So as long as Cool can get something off of the hitter card, he should get out of this inning. Unless it's a 2-10. It's a 1-8. That's a strikeout. So that ends the inning. Well, ends that half of the inning, we should say. And we will go to the bottom of the fourth, with it still being 0-0. And David Freeze leads off, singled, and got thrown out at home on that Josh Bell double. That's a 5-5. And he's going to have a chance at the second hit of the game. This is going to chance to go. Is it going to get over the fence? 1-11. It is going to stay in. It's going to hit off the top, and it's going to carry him around. It's going to be fielded by Pillar. He's going to throw it in, not in time at second, and that's a leadoff double for David Freeze. Brings up Josh Bell. And potential, let's see, that's going to be balk, and Liriano does not have a balk rating. 37. And he walks, so that's going to set up force play. And now McCutcheon. 2 on, nobody out. Great opportunity here for the Pirates to take the lead. That's a 6-6. A 1-3 would be a double and would score and have a chance to score 2, actually. But he needs a 1, 2, or 3. It's a 4. That's a fly ball to center. It's going to be caught by Pillar. Tough one right there. Just gets his glove, the tip of the glove. We see the replay. Man, he had to extend and just gets enough of it to gather it in, and that's 1 out. So here is Gregory Polanco, who singled in the first. 4-4, batting from the left side. That's going to be a potential catcher issue, so it could be a passed ball. That would move the runners up if it were. Let's see. Martin a 2. 2 and a 7 is the potential passed ball. Let's see if there's any error. He's an E1. 15, I don't think that's an error, but let's double check. Nope. Okay, so the passed ball, we play basically the super advanced rule, which is that we roll on the passed ball Martin, which is a 1 to 3. Doesn't get it, so that's a pop-up. So that'll be a pop-up to catcher. Martin makes the play, and that's 2 outs. So still first and second. Eric Fryer up. Reached on a walk. And here's the pitch. And that's a ballpark single chance, 1 to 13. It would load the bases. It would not score any runs. 65% chance. And it is going to be a single, so the bases will be loaded for Jordy Mercer. Nowhere to put him. And see if Liriano can get out of this jam. Pitch. 1-7. That's a grounder to short. Going to take the short way. Going to get Fryer at second. 6-4. Fielder's choice ends the inning. So still no score. You got 3 men on, but can't convert here. Going to the 5th. Okay, so you got Devin Travis leading off the inning here. Kind of like one of the reasons you might move the pitcher up 1. Because you might have an opportunity to have 2 different leadoff guys in your lineup in a way. So here's Devin Travis, 4-12. Righty, this is a ballpark homer, and he does have normal power. So now, granted, for a righty, it's 1 to 5, so only a 1/4 chance. It is not going to get out of there, so it'll be caught in left by Marte, 1 out. Michael Saunders, lefty 4-2, grounded to second base. It's going to be fielded by Harrison. He throws to first, and that's 2 outs. So Melvin Upton Jr. That is going to be a strikeout to end the inning. I say end the inning. It's like, it's not an inning. It's their half of the inning, I guess, is the way I just always say it. It's like kind of a natural thing to say for some reason. It's cliche, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, bottom of the 5th, no score. Chad Kuhl still going here. He's not going to be pinch hit for. That's a strikeout. That's the 5th for Frankie Liriano. Starling Marte batting from the right side. That's a strikeout. Liriano bringing the power today for a lefty. Getting a missing. Josh Harrison, and that's going to be a single, 2-out single. And you can bet he's going to try to get a lead here. He needs a 4 or a 6 on the sum of the yellow dice. Gets an 11, so that's not going to help him. And I do realize that it's not the easiest to be able to figure out which, from your vantage point, you just have to look for the little bit of shading there. They're yellow and black. I have a tough time getting the camera coloring right. It's not easy. So it'd be a 1 to 11 on the steal. We already tried stealing on a tough split chance, and it's not worked for us. So let's just see if Freeze can get into one here with 2 outs. That's a 6-8. That's a ground to third base. It's going to be fielded by Josh Donaldson, and that is going to be the final out of the inning. So Liriano going up against the team that traded him from the earlier part of the season is doing pretty well against his former team. Still no score heading to the 6th frame. And it'll be Josh Donaldson, righty 5-4, grounded to third base. Freeze 4E19, not the greatest of fielders, but if he rolls a 7 or better, he will be able to get his range. Will get there. It's a 4, that will be a single. So a single, and then his E19 rating isn't great for a third baseman. Let's see. And an 11. I'm going to double check. 19 and 11. He does not make any error, but that will be a single for Donaldson. So he reaches first. Let's try and get him a steal here. The Blue Jays, you're tempted not to, but he can't get a lead, so that just pretty much puts the kibosh on that. So Justin Smoke with Donaldson at first. I mean, you should try to do that if you got a guy like Smoke who's got a penchant for hitting into double plays. 4-9, batting from the left. But he is going to get a piece of this one. This thing is going to be at least be a double. 1-9 is gone. Home run, Justin Smoke, and the Blue Jays take a 2-0 lead as he puts it over the right field wall. The traveling contingency from Toronto, not Buffalo, Toronto. This season, the 2020 season, it's we'd be talking Buffalo a bit, but this is Toronto, and their traveling fans happy about that, getting a dinger off Cool's card. Okay, Russell Martin. So now we got to start thinking about bullpen for the Buccos, and the only guy that's really ruled out is Felipe Rivero. But let's just go ahead and get going here. This is definitely Cool's ending of weakness, so another hit or a walk would send him into weakness. So 6-9 righty, that's a fly ball to center, and it's going to be caught by Andrew McCutchen, 1 out. Barney. There's a 6-7, which is going to be another hit, and I think now we're going to have to look at the bullpen. So 1-9 double. It'll be a single, though. So 2 for 3 for Barney. And they're going to get the bullpen warming up. They've been trying to manage it a little bit. Nicasio also probably is not a great option today. So we'll get Jared Hughes and Antonio Bastardo warming up from each side of the mound, and we're gonna go ahead and let him try to get out of this inning, even though he is tired now. That's a little bit of a gamble here at this point. So Barney, we could try to steal with him. Let's see what happens with Pilar here. 3-8. That's a fly ball to center. It's going to be caught by McCutchen for the second time in the inning. That's 2 outs, and then we got the pitcher spot. And Cool does see his way out of this if he can just get a 1-3 on that white die. So let's see what happens here. Barney still at first, 2 outs. But he gets a 6-8. That's going to be a grounder to second. A chance that this gets flubbed. Harrison is a 2. Liriano hitting from left side, though we don't have to upgrade or downgrade his range. So it is a 2 rated. 2 and 4. He is going to get to it barely. He's not having to hold the runner in super advanced rules, so it lucks out there. The E10 and a 12, he does make the play, and that will end the inning. So we do get 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 left, and we will go to the bottom of the 6th. Okay, so whoa. I'm getting a little bit of power blips here every once in a while. My mic's still working, so that's good. They still have Hughes and Bastardo warming up here for the 7th, as Cool has now reached 26 batters faced, and that's pretty much going to be his limit. So here is Josh Bell leading off 2-0, Blue Jays on top. Did I? Anyway, yeah, so 6-6. Batting from the right side. That's a potential 1-3 double, but it's not going to be. That'll be a fly ball caught by Pilar out in center, 1 out. McCutchen, righty 4-7. He's going to draw a walk. So this is also Liriano's inning of weakness. Polanco could try stealing. So he also has on 8 an automatic throw out. So I think we're going to hold off on that. Let's just go ahead and do the roll. 2-12. That's going to be a strikeout plus injury. That'll be the second out. Let's just do a quick roll here and see what the injury brings up. Okay, 3, good. We don't have to worry about it. He's okay, so now 2 outs. McCutcheon at first. Eric Fryer at the plate. It's a 2-7. 1-9 would move the runner up on a single. It's a 15. It's going to be a liner to third, and that will end the 6th. 2-0 Blue Jays. Okay, so Jared Hughes coming in to relieve Chad Kuhl. Kuhl 6 innings pitched. He gave up, I believe, 6 hits, a couple of walks, 3 walks actually, and I think he got up to 6 strikeouts there. So maybe 5. Anyway, Hughes is going to face Travis to start his outing here. Righty 1-9. The grounder back to Hughes, and Hughes throws to first. Nice easy toss, 1 out. Now Saunders. It's a 1-7, potential double, 1-7, and it's a 12. That'll be a fly ball in the left, caught by Marte. He does get to it. It's in the gap, but the speedy Marte, and the ball just holds up there long enough for him to catch it. Melvin Upton Jr. with 2 outs. Batting from the right, 4-9, and he strikes out, and Hughes has a 1-2-3 inning. He really needed that because he has not had good outings thus far this season. Actually, a lot of my pitchers have not. So Liriano will start bottom of the 7th. He did have 1 walk, but it hasn't affected his weakness too much. So they're going to send him out here for the 7th. The Blue Jays will get some bullpen action. Last game, Grilly and Asuna were used, so they'll get up Brett Cecil and Joaquin. We'll go Joe Biagini. Will be the right-hand option out of the pen, but they're going to start with Mercer against Liriano. 2-0 Blue Jays, bottom of the 7th. 4-7 is going to be a walk. Liriano wants to start the inning. It's going to bring up the pitcher's spot. And Bastardo is still warming up, so I think they're going to go with him to start the 8th. So, let's see. Against the lefty, we're going to have Sean Rodriguez take a turn at the plate. And so let's see if Liriano can get through this inning. That's a 2-5 against a lefty. That's a walk, and that's going to be it for Liriano. So first 2 men on, and we're going to make a pitching change here. Manager's going to the mound. All right, so two on, nobody out. Starling Marte at the plate. Batting from the right side, 4-8, and he's going to load the bases. So the walk has really caught the Blue Jays in a bind here. 3 walks in a row. Umpire narrowing the strike zone as the game has gone on, and now you've got Josh Harrison with a chance to rake with nobody out. They're going to play with the infield double play depth, try to get an out, or get 2 outs for 1. So that's going to be a 6-2 for a righty. That's a fly ball to center. B, under advanced conditions for this, it could be a line out to short on a 2-20. If it's a 1, it's a single and would score a run. And it's an 18, so that's a liner to short. Hot shot, going to be caught. And that's a big out right at Barney. So brings up David Freese. Again, they'll play with the infield double play. If they can get 2 outs here, they'd be out of the inning, and Biagini would work a Houdini trick here. Let's see. 1-9 against a right-handed pitcher's a strikeout, overpowers Freeze, and now you got Josh Bell at the plate with a chance for the clutch, and he does not have any clutch markings on his card, so it's just straight up the way it is. 2 outs, infield deep, bases loaded, Josh Bell at the plate, and what's going to happen? It's a 4-10 batting from the left side. It's a strikeout. 2 in a row for Biagini, and he works out of a big jam created by mostly Liriano, but then he also issues a walk to make things really dicey, but then that liner to Barney really changed the trajectory of that half inning, and we're going to the top of the 8th with a 2-0 Blue Jay lead. All right, so it's going to be Antonio Bastardo. I was going back and forth about whether to bring in Neftali Felice in this situation, and just decided to go with Bastardo at this point. He's not so bad against righties, although, so it's going to also turn Smoke around. So here's Josh Donaldson leading off the 8th. 3-9, he strikes out, so Bastardo chalk up 1 for him. Now, Justin Smoke, we could pinch hit with Encarnacion, but I need to get Smoke some at-bats here. So 4-11 against a righty. That's a strikeout. So it wouldn't have mattered either way because Encarnacion would have struck out as well. And now Russell Martin with 2 outs. 2 quick outs there for Bastardo, 5-6 righty. That's a strikeout. So Bastardo comes through, strikes out the side, and we will go to the bottom of the 8th. Still 2-0 Toronto ahead. And we're going to have Joaquin Benoit come in for the setup here. Biagini goes 1 inning as Liriano didn't register an out, and so it's going to be McCutchen leading off against Joaquin Benoit. Pirates need some runs, and a 2-10 against a righty. He's going to hit it on the ground. It's going to be fielded by Devin Travis. He throws to first for the out. 1 down. Gregory Polanco. 3-7. That's going to be a hit. It's going to get into the gap. Will it be deep enough in the gap to where it's a double? 1-12 it is. So that is a double for Polanco. 2 for 4 on the game. A good game for him. And a chance for Eric Fryer to do some damage here. Let's see if he can take Joaquin Benoit and do something with him here. Let's see. 2-4. Grounder to shortstop. Will not move the runner. Barney throws to first in time, and it's going to bring up Jordy Mercer. They could... I don't think that they want to pitch around Mercer at this point. So here is a chance with the runner at second in scoring position. Jordy Mercer, 6'8" righty. That's a walk, so they do walk him. It's going to bring up the pitcher spot. And this will be a place they're going to call on John Jaso. Can Jaso come through in a big spot here? Power lefty. And they put Cecil down with the setup guy on, so they are stuck with Benoit here in this situation. 2 on, 2 out. It is a 3-8, and this has a chance to go. It's going to at least score 1. Here we go. If it is a 1-4, it's a homer. It's an 11. That's going to be a double. In comes Polanco. Mercer, they're going to send him too. They've already got a guy thrown out, but I think you got a better shot here. This is also to center, so you're going to take away 1, but it's -1 for being held. Actually, no, you're not even holding him at first. So you add 2. and subtract 1. So 1 to 13 chance for Mercer, and he is in. The ball game is tied. And Jaso is going to go to third on the throw. They try to get him at home. So 2-2, blown save for Joaquin Benoit. And now Marte with a chance to maybe take the lead. They're going to get Watson warming up here. 5-8 righty, grounder to second. If this sneaks through the hole on Devin Travis, then that will be a travesty. He's a 2, so as long as it is a 1 or not a 1 or a 2, it's a 9, so that will be, as long as there's no error now. E19, and that's a rare play. Runner at third. That was a 9. So let's see. 2 and a 9 is a G2 rare play. Deflects off the pitcher to the fielder. Okay, we'll honor that one. That's a 1-4-3. So it goes off Benoit, adding injury to insult as they tie the ball game. Blue Jays blow another save, and we will go to the 9th with it 2-2. So the Pirates are calling on Felice to come in to face Barney Pilar in the pitcher spot. So 1-8, grounder to shortstop. Mercer, routine play, 1 out. Could have potentially brought in Tulowitzki here in the 9th, but he's getting the day off. 2-9, fly ball to left. Play made by Marte, 2 outs, pitcher's spot. They're going to get Cecil and Asuna. They would go with and Feldman. So, well, let's see who's coming up. Harrison. So it's righties. They're going to put Cecil back down. It'll be Feldman and Asuna warming up. So, yeah, it'll be, as far as the pinch hitter goes, as much as I'd rather save him for a time when you could really get some extra pop, let's use Edwin Encarnacion. 2 outs in the 9th. That's a 3-8, 1-5 single, and he gets it. So a single, 2 outs. Can they get the 2-out rally to cash in here? Devin Travis up. Runner at first, 3-11. That's a grounder to short, and that's going to end the inning as Mercer converts that out. So we're through 8.5. Still 2-2. Heading to the bottom of the 9th. So are we going to go extras? It's going to be Feldman facing Josh Harrison. David Freese and Josh Bell. So let's see what happens here with Harrison. 5'10", batting from the right side. Grounder to shortstop is going to be Darwin Barney. Check 2. 14, he gets to it. Good fielder, E7, and he makes the play. That's the first out. David Freese. 6'5", that's a grounder down the third baseline. It's going to be fielded by Donaldson, and that's going to be the second out. Now Josh Bell, 5'4", batting from the left. Fly ball to center field. Pilar pretty good out there, 1-7. So barring some kind of an anomaly, he will make the play on this. That's a 6. And that is the play made. We're going to go to some free baseball extra innings. 2-2 going to the 10th. Pirates will ride Feliz another inning. And Michael Saunders will lead off. And I think there's a good chance the Blue Jays will stick with Feldman for a couple innings. 3-6 is a strikeout. Gets Saunders swinging. 1 down. Melvin Upton Jr. That's a 2-9. That's a strikeout. 2 in a row. And Donaldson 2-8. That's going to be a 2-out single. Brings up Justin Smoke. We already used Encarnacion. So 2 outs. 5-10 batting from the left. That's a grounder to second base. He's going to throw to first in time. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 10th. Still 2-2. Blue Jays looking to keep pace with the Mets. Actually, that's incorrect. The Mets lost. Did they get swept? Anyway, they are second place, and they're looking to hang on to it here, but they still got to get another run here and hold the Pirates. They got to hold the Pirates here first. Bottom of the 10th, McCutchen, 5-7 batting from the right. That's going to be a base hit to lead off the 10th. Now Gregory Polanco. McCutchen at first. Feldman not very good at holding. Let's see if McCutchen can get. Nah, I hate that. He has that 8 automatic out. So let's go with Polanco here. 5-9 batting from the left side. That's a grounder to shortstop. Can they turn 2 here with Barney? Polanco lefty, so that means Barney's going to be a 3. 3 and 8. That is going to be a single. That's a hashtag or pound sign, which is a grounder. But if he's having to hold a runner, which he is because of the left-handed batter, that is going to be a single 2 stars. So McCutchen will end up at third as that sneaks by Darwin Barney at short. So that's going to be first and third with nobody out. Feldman, he is going to pitch to Fryer. He figures he's got to get him out. So they're going to play infield in here. You have to, oh boy, and a potential balk or passed ball. That's a balk check, and he has a 0 rating, so we don't have to worry about that. First and third, nobody out. Infield is in here. 6-11 against a righty. That's a fly ball to left. It's going to be deep enough to be a sac fly. Is going to be caught out there by Upton, but in comes McCutchen easily, and that is your ball game. So the sacrifice fly ends the ball game. Feldman will get the loss in a tough fashion, pitching his second inning, but singles back to back. One of them based on holding McCutchen at first. And that is going to be a Pirates victory here at PNC Park to close out. So they win the final 2 games of the series. No, they don't. They won games 1 and 3 to take this series over the second place Blue Jays. That's a nice way to conclude your homestand. They're going to be taking the road and heading to Miami next. The Blue Jays, they are going to start a home series against first place New York, which will be a big series coming up. First against second. We will see which team prevails in that one. So just want to say thank you to everybody who follows the channel here. I will most likely later today put out another video which will go over some of the current status of the league. So be on the lookout for that. Also this weekend I'm hoping to put through a golf tournament. So it's the Ice Brew Toronto Challenge from Glen Abbey. So we'll see. Hopefully I play out the final 9 holes on Saturday, but we will see. So anyway, until then, just hang in there. Thank you. Hit the like button or subscribe if this is your first time checking out the channel. Thanks for being a subscriber and a one of the tabletop baseball community members here. It's great to have you. Toronto falls at the end. Pirates get 2 in the 8th on a John Jaso pinch hit double, and then win it on a sac fly by Eric Fryer. Definitely a memory for him. We will see you next time here on the channel. Thanks for watching Tabletop Baseball Plus. And here, I think I should probably do this 3-2. Here is going to be Felice. 2 good innings from him. Lost to Feldman. Oh, and a blown save for Benoit in the 8th. There you go.